For years, people have theorized what the world might look like with artificial companions. Maybe it would look like the Jetsons and their robot assistant. Maybe it would look like iRobot, with a humanity-ending robot uprising. Or maybe, just maybe, it would look something like this. Hey guys, beep boop. You may have seen some of the AI art going around on social media and some of the discussion that's surrounding it. I already have some mixed feelings about this topic, but I don't feel like I have enough information to have a fully formed opinion on it. Today, we're going to explore AI art. A fun gimmick or the death of creativity? First up, we're going to be looking at the AI that started this boom earlier this year, Dall-E and Dall-E 2. This one is a generative AI that can create images based on prompts. When I first discovered this, I would just put in random prompts and try and make funny images, and me and my friends would just laugh at the results. It seems cool that anyone could commission a robot to make your dumbest ideas real, and the jankiness of everything just made it funnier. Like, let's try this prompt right here. Danny Gonzalez trapped in a fishbowl. That looks nothing like Danny Gonzalez, okay. Or let's try Germa985 eating chips. So as you can see, these are actually getting pretty close. There's some weird qualities on like the hands. This guy's eye is a little bit messed up, but you can kind of see qualities of Germa. Like I feel like this third one here looks kind of like Germa. Anyway, you see what I'm getting at. These are all impressive, but they aren't advanced enough to replace any kind of human art. You can tell that they're not human. And some people began to claim that this was revolutionary and they would use it for album covers or logos but honestly, it's...
Hey. What? Sorry, can you show me your art now? Please? You promised me you would. Come on, man. Okay, fine. Wow. You made this with your prompt?
But honestly, it wasn't advanced enough, and I just saw it as a gimmick. And at the time, that's what most people saw it as too. Twitter accounts were posting the dumb images that people would make with it, and the general consensus on social media was that it was fun, but it wasn't game-changing. And after Dall-E 2 released, the jankiness decreased a little bit, but the general opinion didn't change much. It would still give results that look like this. Well, let's fast forward a little bit. About a month ago, you may have seen these portraits floating around of your favorite creators. This AI required multiple images of your face. You would input them, and then it would use a database of art to create stylized portraits of you. And my initial reaction to this was, that's pretty cool. And it really is. Most people aren't going to commission a bunch of stylistic portraits of themselves with how much money that would cost. I was actually pretty interested in this one, but I haven't looked into it at all, so I'm gonna run some of my pictures through it and we'll see what we get. So it gets you through the whole process, and then it asks for $10 to get 112 photos. So guess I'm paying 10 bucks. It just finished uploading all of my AI portraits, so we're gonna take a look. All right, we got some anime ones going on. They do mostly look like me. That's sick. So this one, I had like one picture in there that had me and my girlfriend, but she was like mostly cut off, but it still somehow got a somewhat accurate portrait of her on there. That's kind of cool. Okay, here we go. Something that's a little different. I'm guessing it spits out like 10 of each style. That is what I look like from the side. That one looks like me, but with like a little bit of eye makeup on maybe. Very glamorous. That one is hilarious. It's just like a stock image that's so uncanny. What is that? Why is this one of the templates? These are so creepy. Can we get back to the art ones? Oh, a mugshot. I've got a mugshot in here. I don't know why, but I look like some kind of like fascist leader in this one. Pretty cool. Got a single tear rolling down my cheek. Just got back from my mission to Mars. Aged up like 5 or 10 years. Man, I'm looking nice in this one. All right, this one just is like a caricature. They just pulled all of my bad features in this one. Come on, man. Oh my god. I'm gonna be rocking that next year as my hairstyle. You just wait. Okay, I'm Jesus in this one. Oh, this one too. I think it's trying to tell me something, guys. That one's pretty sick though, to be honest. I look like a dog in that one. Angry little chihuahua. It's telling me something, guys. That one is sick. That's got to be like the coolest one so far. I saw a lot of people in the reviews saying that like only a few of them were cool. Like I would say like a good 60% of these are pretty cool, which is better than what I thought. All right. So guys, I'm announcing my political campaign for Poo Cart. My fellow Americans, today I'm announcing my run for presidency. For too long, our country has been ruled by corrupt politicians, oligarchs, and cronies. Today, that all changes. Together we can tell them that we cherish our rights, that we won't sit down, that we won't take their crap anymore. Today, I'm fighting for Poo Cart. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God bless America. That's right, poo carts are a human right. Everyone should have a poo cart. These are like making me into a model. Now I'm getting jealous of my AI counterpart. Alright, well that's every single one of the portraits. There were some really cool ones in there. I'll put some of my favorites up on screen. So you can see here I ran 14 images through the software and I had to pay $10 for 112 portraits. And this is where things start to get a little murky. If you look close at some of these images, you'll see some strange artifacts in the bottom right corner. That seems like a random malfunction in the AI. No big deal, right? Well, it actually begins to creep into dystopian territory for me here. Those scribbles in the bottom right corner, they're actually an amalgamation of all of the signatures of the artists that it's pulling art from in its database. Like Frankenstein's monster, the AI is just bits and pieces of other people's art all put together. Now, a lot of you are probably still thinking, it's not a big deal, it's basically a glorified filter, right? Well, if you recall, it cost me money to have these portraits made, and while I gave consent for them to use my pictures, the artists that it's pulling from its database did not. These artists probably spent hours, days, weeks, months, or longer, and it's just copying their art and then selling it, all in a matter of seconds. To be fair, copying might be a harsh word. You could argue that people operate in the same way. Every creative was at some point inspired by another, and that influenced their art in meaningful ways. But if that's all that dictated creativity, I think we would have run out of anything that feels original a long time ago. There's a reason that you can have two movies that have the exact same plot. Take The Raid and Dread, for example. They tell the same story, but they feel extremely distinct. Inspiration is a factor, but every creative brings their own spark that's unique to them. This portrait AI sparked the controversy and it started the conversation, but the real heat settled in with our next AI. So this is where I have less knowledge and I need to do more research. This AI is called Midjourney. Midjourney is a lot like Dall-E, the generative AI that we saw earlier that makes the images, but taken to the next level. You can get some really human looking artwork from this thing. Here are some of the results that I got trying it out, and here are some things that other people have made. But just like our last one, it's referencing people's art and copying it without giving any credit. I mean, just look at all of the images here that have random jumbled language scrawled throughout. And with this one, plenty of people are using it for their own profit. You can definitely see that we're starting to enter the realm of human quality art. And with this AI, I think it gets a little sketchier. You're not just putting your face in to be created in artist's style, you are making full-fledged pieces of art out of other people's work. But images aren't the only thing that AI can generate. They could even, I don't know, write some skits. Hey, Check out this amazing painting my AI made. Isn't that incredible? I don't know. It kind of freaks me out that a machine made this. Oh, come on. Don't be afraid. AI is making huge strides in the art world. This painting is the future. But what if the AI takes over and starts making all the art? What happens to human artists then? Oh no, the AI apocalypse. We'll all be forced to stare at poorly drawn stick figures for the rest of eternity. That's exactly what I'm afraid of. Relax, it's not gonna happen. AI can assist human artists and make the creative process more efficient, but it can't replace the human touch and emotion that goes into art. Oh, okay. That makes me feel a little better. See? There's nothing to be afraid of. Now let's go show this masterpiece off to the world. That skit was written by our final AI, ChatGPT. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot. Obviously, it can talk to you, but it can also perform tasks for you. I've seen a lot of people use it for rough drafts on short scripts. I've seen people combine it with Midjourney to create children's books. I've seen people use it to make short stories. This one carries some obvious risk of heavy plagiarism, but what worries me even more than that is something that already runs rampant on the internet: misinformation. I watched MKBHD's video on this chatbot, and it's a really good video. You should go check it out. The link is in the description. And he tests it by having it write a review for the new iPhone. It gets a lot of the facts right, but it gets plenty wrong as well. For a simple review like that, might not be the biggest deal, but I can definitely see people starting to use this to automate journalistic ventures or to do their homework. It's a really scary prospect. Not the homework thing, I mean the journalism. And sure, people can get things wrong and spread misinformation too, but it doesn't even come close to the damage that this thing could do. Imagine this thing trying to report news in real time as facts come out. But if you know anything about breaking news, it's ever changing. We're never 100% sure that what we're reporting is the exact truth. And I don't know that a bot like this would know to correct itself, would even be able to determine what's real, what's not. If enough people were putting out misinformation, would it sometimes lump that in with the real stuff? And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll have safeguards in the future that can avoid this. But as it stands right now, it's dangerous. So what is the future for AI art? Will it be a useful tool that creatives cherish, or will it actually be the death of creativity? It might be underwhelming, but the answer is probably a little of both. I think that creatives will definitely use this to get started on projects or to help them get past writer's block, but I don't think that people will stop there. Admittedly, my first thought when I was using Dall-E was, I could use this to make an album cover someday. And I can't ignore all of the people that have no creative interest or talent that would love something like this. It would let them bypass interacting with and paying creators and artists for the work that they do. Who hasn't imagined a world where they could instantly learn how to play the guitar, or sing, or draw? We love to put in as little effort as possible and get the most out of it. But I think that's exactly what makes art so special. The fact that it is scarce and that you either have talent or you spend years mastering your craft is exactly what makes it special. If everyone could make amazing music, the industry wouldn't exist. If everyone could make top-tier paintings, why would they impress us at all? They would lose all value. And right now, AI is still discernible from human stuff, but it's getting pretty close. Very soon, that won't be the case. So in a lot of ways, these AI are amazing tools, and they can be used for some really cool stuff. There are a lot of creators out there using them right now, ethically, for awesome projects. But some people are completely delusional. They claim that the art that's been produced by this AI was actually created by them because they came up with a prompt. That's like asking Bob Ross to paint you something, and when he's done, claiming that you are the one that put the brush to the canvas. So to me, the really scary thing isn't the AI on its own, it's the people behind the curtain. Thanks for watching my third video. I know that I skipped over a lot of other important AI technologies like deepfakes or other bots that have been popular over the past few years, but I think that this conversation really blew up in the last few months with the ones that I mentioned here in this video. I know that this was a little bit less of a comedic video and focused on something a little more serious, but I think as someone that at least enjoys doing creative things, it's important to consider the ramifications of this technology. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with all of the lighting changes, the camera changes, the sound changes. That's been one of my biggest headaches. I'm still learning, still growing, and I really appreciate everyone that's watching my videos, so thank you.